Okay, hello, how are you? It is Sunday, April 6th, 2025. I hope you are all well. I'm sitting here recording stories on the fly, totally kind of impromptu, totally from memory. I do not have my journal with me today to rehearse or to read from, and I did not expect to be doing this today, but it's just the way it's coming out, and it's the way it's happening. Plus, this is like the first time in weeks that I've actually been out on a hike or anything like this. So, about the year 2019, I believe, maybe 2020, I was sitting in this very exact same parking lot, just a few spaces over, and I had my car turned around, and I was sitting on the tailgate, and it was a Saturday or a Sunday, a weekend, because there was a lot of traffic, just like today. Today's a Sunday. And I was sitting on my tailgate, and I was eating. And I was watching other people walk around, and people with dogs, and people in the park under the vestibule, and people pulling in and out. And I was just taking my time, and I was looking north, okay? I was looking that way. Can't see my hand. And there was something very odd and very peculiar in the sky. And it kind of looked like a sock, if a sock was turned backwards, or kind of like Lake Michigan, the outline of Lake Michigan, if you look at it on a map. And it was in the sky, and it was kind of just an outline. And it was like electric baby blue light, kind of grayish, but mostly blue. I know I drew this and made a lot of extensive notes, but I don't have that with me, and I haven't looked at it since, I don't know, a month ago or so, maybe, when I was going to record this video. So I'm just sitting on my tailgate, and my phone is right next to me on the back of my car in airplane mode. And I'm eating, and it takes me 25, 30 minutes to eat usually, and I'm just taking my time. And as I keep looking over there and looking at it, there's clouds rolling by and it's disappearing. There's clouds rolling by and I can see the clouds behind it. The shape and the form was still there. And sometimes it'd get a little faded. Other times it was just plain as day. And there was something consciously going on that I did not understand at the time, and I didn't even question at the time. But I just kept watching it, and I'm like, waiting for it to reveal itself. And I'm like, that's not a plane. It's not coming towards me. It's not going away from me. It's not some weird reflection, because it's long, and it's big, and it's an outline. It's not a hot air balloon. It's not a paraglider. It's not a drone. It doesn't take the shape of any type of craft in the air. But something in my brain just kept watching it and analyzing it and waiting for it to reveal itself, or something in the clouds, or, who knows? So not once did I really think about filming it, and my phone was right there, and I'm just like, I don't know what this is. It'll reveal itself. So finally, after about 20 or 25 minutes, I'm kind of talking to myself, and I'm like, anybody else see this? I'm like, this is weird. And I'm kind of just talking in general. And about 20 yards over there, because I was parked over a little more, I finally talked to a couple. And they were coming up the trail, and they were done walking, and they were older than me. I said, excuse me. There's some people here parking next to me. I said, can I ask you guys a question? Do you guys have a few seconds? And, they kind of looked at me, and they kind of wondered what was happening. This is weird, because these people are here. And I go, I've been sitting here now for 20, 25 minutes at least. I go eating my lunch, looking in that direction, looking at that, outline over there in the clouds in the sky. I go, I have no idea what it is. I go, I do not understand it. I go, and I've just been sitting here taking it all in. I go, and I want to know, if you can see it, and if you can tell me what it is, and that I'm not just, completely hallucinating. So they both kind of lean in, and I point it out, and the lady sees it right away. And she goes, oh my God, yeah. She goes, what is that? And the guy can't see it. And she goes, honey, it's right there. And she keeps saying to me, what is that? What is that? I go, I've been sitting here, 20 plus minutes. I go, I can't figure it out myself. And the guy goes, I don't see anything. And he's getting upset, and he's asking her to point it out. And she keeps talking to me. What is that? What the hell is that? I go, I don't know. And then she's telling me, oh, it's fading away. It's fading away. I go, no. I go, it's still there. I go, but it is harder to see. And then she's like, oh, it's gone. I go, no. I go, it's there. I go, but, it's shifting color, or the clouds are moving through. And then she'd be like, oh, it's back. It's back. And he was pretty much pissed at this point. He's like, I don't see anything. I don't know what you're talking about. He goes, you're both crazy. And she's like, honey, she's like, you don't see that? Now I get it, okay? This guy may have been a hater, or he may not be ready to see it, or consciously he may just be on a different vibration, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But after about, what was 5, 6, 7 minutes, she just stood there completely perplexed, did not understand what she was looking at, did not understand why it was not moving or getting further away or coming closer. And this guy was just like almost annoyed. It's almost like we were pulling a trick on him or a joke, or me and her were having a bonding moment. And I get that. There's been people like that in my life too that are just pure fucking haters. So the thing is that experience was what it was supposed to be for me, what it was supposed to be for him, what it was supposed to be for her. I have no idea who these people are. I couldn't even have a sketch artist draw them, or I don't remember them from, memory or anything other than roughly their age. And it just was what it was. And I never once thought about filming it or trying to take a photo. And, later on, my partner had mentioned some things to me. She's like, well, the veil's real thin right now. I think we're coming up on, the Lionsgate portal, if I remember correctly. And I was like, okay, yeah, that might make some sense too. And she's like, you may just be seeing between dimensions and things like that. So that's that story. It happened here. It's another version of a story that took place in the same place as story number 3. Just like stories number 1 and stories number 2 took place in the same place. This is another example of me experiencing something, pulling somebody in live, in person this time, in the physical, 2 people actually, pointing it out to them, one person understanding it, seeing it, one person not understanding it and seeing it at all, and then me having that experience to go from and to pass on to you guys now. So I know it's weird me sitting here talking in my car with this backdrop. There are many different people coming through today. I know some of these people even know me, or they remember me, or they've seen me, so they're probably like, what's he doing in his car? Who's he talking to? Or, yeah, that guy's pretty cool, but he seems crazy. And now there's another person parking next to me too, so that's fine. And I'm parched. But this is another story on the fly. This is story number 4. This is the second experience that happened in this parking lot, looking off into, what would be the northwest. And like I said, it was another experience where I had 2 people on the spot, one who could see it and one who could not. And I think that's pretty much what I wanted to capture from this video today. So thanks for letting me, record this. I know I'm rambling. I'm watching cars from every direction. There's different people who've showed up today who are, aware of me, or they know me, or they've been within earshot of what's going on. So I know I might sound a little crazy, but I hope this story resonates. I hope it makes sense. And without having my journal, a lot of this is just exactly as I remember it off the top of my head. And I may have left a few things out, or there may be a few things that would, better enhance the story. But I was definitely seeing something that was meant for me. It was definitely, in my opinion and my knowledge now, affecting my conscious. And it was definitely something that I don't believe was in this dimension. I believe it was in a different dimension, and I was seeing things that don't have to make sense in this dimension. They don't have to be proven, okay? And as my guru used to say, it doesn't have to make sense. Because as humans, we think everything has to make sense. We think everything has to be proven. We think everything has to be scientific. And we forget we're just down here when it comes to this in the universe. So I'm going to leave it at that for reasons I won't go into right now. But I hope all is well. I hope you're all doing well. And thanks for taking the time out to listen to this today. All the best. Bye.